Hank wasn't your typical Kansas farmer. Sure, he wore overalls, had a pickup truck with a gun rack, though Hanks held a telescope and knew the difference between a combine and a cultivator. But Hank had another passion: meteors. Every night, while his neighbors slept, Hank would sit on his porch, eyes glued to the sky, waiting for a fiery streak to light up the darkness. He wasn't just watching, though. Hank was convinced these celestial bodies held a secret. Why else would they fall to Earth? He believed they were meant for something more than just making a bright flash and leaving a crater. Little did Hank know his late-night stargazing was about to get a whole lot more interesting. He was about to go from meteor watcher to meteor catcher, all thanks to a close encounter of the cosmic kind. One night, a meteor blazed across the sky, bigger and brighter than any Sam had seen before. It seemed to be heading straight for his farm. He dove for cover just as the meteor crashed into his field with a ground-shaking boom! Sam cautiously approached the smoking crater. It was then that he noticed something strange. A shimmering green rock, pulsating with an otherworldly light. He picked it up, feeling a strange warmth radiating from it. At that moment, Sam knew this was no ordinary rock. This was his chance to prove his theory about meteors. He decided to use the space rock as fertilizer. He ground it into a fine dust and sprinkled it on his tomato plants. The next morning, Sam couldn't believe his eyes. His tomato plants were now taller than his house. He knew he was onto something big, literally. Word about Hank's giant tomatoes spread faster than a Kansas wildfire. Scientists descended on his farm, scratching their heads. They analyzed the meteor dust. Their instruments whirred and beeped. The results were clear. This wasn't just space rock. It was packed with rare minerals and cosmic energy, stuff that made plants grow like they were on steroids. It seemed Hank's hunch was right. These weren't just meteors. They were gifts from the cosmos. Little packages of super fertilizer just waiting to be caught, and Hank, the meteor-obsessed farmer, was the only one who knew how to catch them. Hank didn't stop at tomatoes. He sprinkled the magic dust on everything: corn stalks that scraped the sky, watermelons bigger than tractors, and pumpkins so large they could be used as flotation devices. The county fair had to be moved to a bigger field to accommodate Hank's produce. Folks came from miles around to gawk at the gargantuan gourds and snap pictures with the colossal corn. Hank became a local legend, known simply as the Meteor Farmer.